Hello, guys, and thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here with me. In this video, I'm going to talk about why I feel comfortable being in Medellin, Colombia. I'm going to be careful on not say Colombia, okay? Because I haven't been in all of Colombia, but Medellin, Colombia. But before we get started, I gotta tell you about this brother. I think it's a brother, and I hate to call him a troll, but in my last video I made about my opinion of safety in America and Colombia, this person, he called himself opinionated, which could have been his real name, as far as I'm concerned. This person must have wrote me about like 15, 16 times. And I kept saying, okay, this is my opinion. Let's move on. And kept writing me. kept writing, and kept coming up with different things. And I'm like, yo, this is my opinion. Okay. And the person still kept writing me. And the person kept telling me how there was no, all the stuff that happened to him in Colombia, and that his cousin was a police officer and also lived in Colombia, and that he would laugh about my comments and stuff that I posted. And I just try to set him straight in a nice way, but still it kept going on and on and on and on. I was getting pissed off. So finally, I hate to block people. I had to block them. Okay, I had to block him. So he said he's going to start his own channel. So watch out for his channel. Opinionated. That's the name he had. I'm pretty sure he didn't subscribe to my channel, but he was watching, and he did comment a few other times. But this time, he was getting on my nerves. It was really getting on my nerves. All right. So let me move on from that, and I'm gonna tell you why I feel comfortable in Medellin, Colombia. And guys, remember, this is me. We're all different. Every single one of us is different. Let me explain to you why I feel comfortable in Medellin, Colombia. I like the way when I walk down the street and people greet you. People give you eye contact. People will say hi to you. People giving off good energy. I mean, I don't care if it's a homeless person. Even a lot of times, homeless people are friendly. Okay, even though some might get on your nerves, beggars might get on your nerves, but still, they'll apologize. Okay, sir, you have a nice day and stuff. Unlike United States, well, they'll cuss you out. They'll threaten you. They'll want to fight you. They'll get in your face. That stuff is stressful. I've seen, like, in DC, in Cleveland, and Boston, where homeless people will want to fight you. If you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't got any money," what you all sorry about? What you sorry about? Okay. It could be stressful walking down and trying to deal and just even trying to be nice. You can't be nice because they take that for being weak. And I didn't see that. I didn't see that in Colombia. All right, because when I walked down the street, even when the beggars and homeless people were bothering me, and I'll say no, no. And if they kept talking to me, I'll just look at them. And then I'll just turn my head, and then they'll just stop, and it's okay. Have a good day. Okay, so I don't like to be dealing with all this nonsense that I be dealing with in the United States. I don't have time for it. I do not have time for it. And another thing I really like is that when you go in stores, I don't feel that there's someone watching me. the uneasiness. Like if you go into stores in the United States, whether it's a grocery store, clothing store, and you're a person of color, you know somebody's watching you. And it's an uneasy feeling because you just can't walk around a store without someone watching you or following you. And then they see you, and even if they see you, and they should be asking if you need help, they don't even want to say anything to you. They'll just ignore you, pretend like you're not there. But you can see that they're following you and they're watching to see what you got in your hand. Or if you go into a shoe store, they're looking to see what kind of shoes you're leaving with on your feet. Whether you put some shoes on, some different shoes on, some new sneakers on, they're looking at your feet and stuff. I'm telling you, this shit is stressful. Okay. Another thing I hate about the stores here, and in the United States and stuff. Um, I experienced this in Cleveland. I experienced this also in DC, and yeah, here, definitely here in Boston. Is that the employees that's working there? They spend a lot of time turning, talking, and doing nothing, and not want to help you. As soon as they see a customer, they be like, you can tell, I can tell, I can pick up on it. They be like, please don't ask me for anything. Please don't say anything. They don't even want you to say anything to them. They don't want to help you. They're not even happy about being there. I mean, I've gone to so many stores like Dillard's and Walmart that they're working and they don't even want to help you. And well, I can feel it and I can see it and I'll go. And that's when they'd be like trying to walk off. Excuse me. Can you tell me what this is at? Where can I find this at? And they'd be mad that you said anything to them. And a lot of times they don't even know where things are at. I just happened that just happened to me recently in Targets and stuff. I didn't even want to ask anybody. You know how it is anyways when you go in stores in the US. When you want some help, you can't find anyone. And a lot of times when you see um, the workers in the stores and stuff, they're always standing around talking and chatting and having a good time. That's like in the majority of stores, you see that all the time. I see that all the time in Dillard stores. I see that all the time in Walmart's, Targets. I see that all the time. And as soon as you go for help, and you go to them, they're mad because you came over to them. Okay, they're mad because you came over to them. And a lot of times I don't even like to ask because I was just asking someone in at Targets for a George Foreman grill, and he told me these are all the grills we have. He took me to like those big grills that you use for cookouts. And I'm looking up, say, he said, yeah, sir, these are all the grills, and he just took off. And I'm like, no way, these are all the grills that they have in Targets, these big grills. So I'm like mad, and I'm walking around. So I said, okay, let me ask one other person. He really didn't want me to ask him any questions. So I was like, yo, I'm looking for a George Foreman grill. Can you help me? Oh yeah, that's over. And he said it. That's over in Sporting Goods. Try Sporting Goods. It's over in Sporting Goods. I'm like, Sporting Goods? A grill's over in Sporting Goods? So I just okay, maybe I'm wrong. I went over there. I was peed off. Extremely pissed off that I go over there. There are no grills over in Sporting Goods. So now I'm really mad, but I needed a George Foreman grill, so I wasn't gonna leave that store. So I see this young lady, and I said, "Well, you know, I'm looking for a George Foreman grill." And she did okay. She goes, "Oh yeah, that's like towards the front." She didn't walk me. She didn't take me. She didn't show me. She goes, "Oh yeah, that's kind of towards the front." And I just went over to where she was pointing, and I did find it. Okay, so like when I was in Colombia, when I was looking for something, perfect example. I was in an Exeter supermarket, which is like a Walmart. And I was trying to use my Spanish to find a bathroom. Guy didn't know anything I was saying. Kept saying over and over, didn't know anything I was saying. And he was like, he had like a lot of fruit that he had to put up, boxes and stuff. And I felt bad, but I had to use the bathroom. So then I took out my phone. He stopped and he waited. I typed it in. So, okay. And so he knew some English, but he was kind of shy to try to talk. And then he was like, so then he started talking. Oh, I'll show you. It's hard. I'll show you where it's at. And he took me from one side of that store all the way over to the other side of the store. He had all these boxes to unpack. And we chatted. He told me how he was studying English. We had a good conversation, so his English was better than he thought. He just didn't feel comfortable. But I had a real good time talking to him. And he showed me exactly where the bathroom was at. And I was like, wow, he went all the way out the way. I mean, this happened to me like several times. Even when I was standing in line, I had like a lot of coins in my pocket. I kept pulling out money and I was standing in line and I'm like, man, I keep pulling out all these pesos. I want to get rid of these coins because I had like a lot of coins. So I'm digging in my pocket and I'm pulling out coins and I'm trying to get rid of the coins. And I'm trying to count all the stuff, and I'm like trying to figure out all the different coins. So the young lady was looking at me. She's, let me help. She just reached into my hand and just started boom, 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 grabbing all the coins. And then she showed me what she took out. And I was like, whoa. I was like, thank you. I was grateful because I just had so much coins I didn't want anymore. I just wanted to use those and get rid of those. So that's what I like. The people are extremely helpful. I didn't feel uncomfortable walking around the malls at all. All the stores I went in, I didn't feel comfortable. People greeted me. People came over to me. Okay. Even when I said no hablo español, people went and got their phones. They typed stuff in. They tried to help me. They went the extra mile. When I went to restaurants, to get food, people went the extra mile. In the United States, it's rare. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's rare. Especially today, it's really, really rare stuff that people want to help you. People do not want to go out the way. People don't even want you talking to them. They act like they don't even see you. I've seen this so many times. And another thing that I noticed and stuff, I'm starting to forget things. I was trying to remember. Let me see. Um, Also, this is what I noticed right away when I came back too. When I was in Medellin and I was walking around Parques Jerez, um, a lot of people were bumping into me, or I was bumping into people. And me and just us Americans, when someone bump into you, you're ready to fight. So I had dudes bumping into me. I'm turning around like, yo, like get ready to say like, yo, what's your problem? And then I noticed that the guys weren't giving me um that look like, yo, you got a problem with me? And because I was bumping into a lot of people, or people were running into me, and I was like, yo, I'm like, what's your problem? Mean mugging? Is that called mean mugging? And I was kind of like, I was kind of doing that a lot for a while, and I had to catch myself because I was seeing that guys weren't in Colombia, in Medellin, weren't paying attention to stuff like that. It was just like, okay, I bumped into you. They keep it moving, no big deal. Unlike me and most of us Americans, we're like ready to fight somebody bump into you. Okay, and I I noticed that a lot. Especially with us American guys. Someone look at us, we're ready like, yo, what's your problem? You got a problem with me? Um, I noticed that that tension wasn't it wasn't like that in Medellin, Colombia. I can't speak for other places, but the funny thing is that when I finally did go out here to a supermarket and I saw this young man, and I was looking at all the food he had in his cart, and I looked at him. He just looked at me. He's probably like 23 years. He looked at me like, "You got a problem with me?" He just looked at me, just kept staring, and I'm like, "Oh man, this kid's like younger than my daughter and about the same age as my son." And I just looked and I just laughed. Normally, I would challenge him and I would have to stare him down and ask him like, "Yo, what's your problem?" But I just kind of like laughed to myself, and I was like, "Yeah, I know I'm back home." And as I was walking away, I could see him. He was mean mugging me, and he had to win. I could feel that he was still watching me because he wanted to say something, and I'm just laughing to myself. Okay, so that's just a few of the reasons why I felt comfortable and I got love for Medellin, Colombia, and also Panama City. I felt the same way in Panama City. I didn't feel that macho-ness that we have here in the United States, where if someone look at you, you want to fight. Someone bumps into you, you want to fight. Someone step on your shoes, you want to fight. Okay, I'm kind of tired of all that. I'm tired of walking around like that. People always giving me a look like no, like what's the problem? What you looking at me for? I'm fed up with all this. All right, so I know a lot of people gonna again. I'm probably gonna get some negative messages from people. I'm saying this is how I feel, and I'm gonna say to you, if you ain't got anything good to say, and if you just don't have a life and you're gonna keep writing me, don't bother writing me. As far as concerned, you can go just kick rocks with no shoes on because I don't have time for nonsense. It's okay if you don't agree with what I say, but don't keep writing me and keep writing me and keep writing me a bunch of nonsense and stuff because that tells me something's wrong with you. And I don't have time for it. Okay, guys, so I hope you like this one. So I hope you kind of understand also now why I feel really comfortable with Medellin, Colombia, and Panama City because I didn't have all that. I didn't feel all that. And I've been feeling that way and all the stress and tension and always being on my toes and all my life and stuff. Living in Boston, DC, Cleveland, always just quick to get short tempered and quick to get into a fight or quick to argue with someone. Um, I would love just to get away from that and just lead and live a nice, calm life. I know there's no place perfect, but um, I like how things are done and how people treat people in emerging Colombia. Okay, guys, so I hope you like this video. All right. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ajima. This is my world. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Ajima's world. Thank you for being here with me, guys. Peace.